Good morning, guys. So it's like really awkward, but I'm trying to charge my phone while I use it. It wasn't charged. So I did a reading last night for Pisces and I couldn't upload it. And there were some things I wasn't crazy about in the reading anyway, so I'm gonna redo it. But I was getting a message that it was the second time I pulled return for a sign. So Scorpio, I had it too. So some of you Pisces might be dealing with a Scorpio, but I definitely had a return energy there. So there might be a reuniting, but I can't remember the other messages. But I actually don't have my Mystic Moon Oracle deck with me today, unfortunately, but I do have the Twin Flame messages. So I'm going to start Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, and see some of the messages from the other person's higher self, or yeah, just regarding the connection right now, okay? A lot of signs are pointing to you lately. Even though I don't show it, I'm sorry for how things went between us. And I'm sorry I held myself back with you. I feel like this person is really like regretting how they were, and they're like starting to have more clarity with the more space that's gone on between you guys. These are two cards about holding back. So this person wasn't forthcoming with their feelings, and I feel like they have a lot of regrets, and I feel like the universe is like presenting to them things that are pointing back to you, even though they're trying not to like think about it, okay? So I'm going to pull from this Universal Love deck and see what other messages we got. We got Golden Memories. Yeah, I feel like this person's like very nostalgic about your times together. The Goddess. This might be how they're seeing you, and Transience. So, yeah, I feel like this person thinks very highly of you, and like they might almost feel like they're not good enough for you, but I feel like you guys are going through a transformational period right now where you're in your evolution and your own like awakening, and you're just kind of going through a transient period. So I'm gonna pull from this Art Through the Starstream Oracle and see what other oracle messages I got. This was on the bottom of the deck, and then I started shuffling and I got it again. So extreme times call for deep reflection. Yeah, I feel like you guys are going through a very like contemplative time right now. It also says Lemurian dreaming pool. So your dreams might be bringing a lot of things to your consciousness. Gratitude, honor the sacred in every connection. So you guys are really starting to just like think about your connections and how everything has kind of happened for your greatest good. Acclimate, accept where you are. Yeah. So this is like kind of being grateful for your journey and being grateful for where you are, even if it's not where you're like ultimately wanting to be, knowing that it's all happening for a reason, okay? So I'm going to pull from the Tarot de la Nuit and see what tarot messages we got, okay? We've got the High Priestess and Death reversed. This is exactly the energy I'm talking about. I feel like, well, this is transformation, kind of resisting it. I feel like you guys know this is like a period that could really transform you. Maybe you're resisting a little bit, but I do see the High Priestess here, which is your guys' card. It's also a lot about being quiet and having that deep reflection. So I feel like there's definitely a an energy here of like transformation, like I've been saying. Nine of Pentacles. You guys are in this very independent mode right now where it's like you're very solitary. You're working on your own stability, your own independence, your own journey towards like becoming that ultimate empress, okay? The Star reversed. So some of you might feel like maybe your healing is a little delayed. Some of you might have been dealing with an Aquarius, but You might have feel like you got backtracked on your healing in some way, but I feel like you're right where you're supposed to be. That's what these cards are saying. It's like, don't look back, don't project forward, just try to accept exactly where you're at. Pull from the Mystic Mondays Oracle deck and see what other messages we got. The Ace of Wands. I do feel like you're in the process of creating something. You do have a lot of creative energy. Two of Pentacles. You might be deciding between two avenues you could go with those creations. I do feel like there's some grief here with the Five of Cups and Hierophant reversed. So you guys might be kind of rejecting like very traditional structure right now. You might just feel like you want to go your own way. You might just want to create in your own like eclectic kind of way with this Five of Cups here. I do feel like you owe it to yourself because you've been through this like grieving process, and it's like kind of like you get to rebuild the way you want with this Hierophant reverse. I feel like you don't want anyone telling you what to do. You don't want that like rigid kind of Taurus energy. You want to just kind of do your own thing. Some of you might be dealing with a Taurus, like, or I said an Aquarius, but the World. Yeah, I feel like this has been a very like molding experience for you guys, where you had to learn like a lot of lessons, and you had to really like dig deep and go through a lot of different Tower moments, and just like the Five of Pentacles kind of energy, Five of Cups. And I feel like you're at this end though, where you're like kind of really coming into yourself. Yeah, Five of Wands here. So a lot of changes, a lot of fighting, a lot of battles, a lot of drama. So pull from this Radiant Rider Waite and see what other messages I got. Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter. Two of Pentacles again. There's a lot of juggling between two things, like where to put your energy. Queen of Cups, that's kind of like you guys. Could be dealing with another water sign. Hermit reversed. Ten of Swords reversed. Could be dealing with a Virgo. Ten of Wands, okay? There's still some residual heavy energy here, but you are kind of focusing on like what it is you want versus what it is that didn't work out for you. I feel like don't get too into this like hermit stage where you're just overly contemplative. Like you want to reflect, but you don't want to, you might be wanting to revive something from the past. This Two of Pentacles, let me see what else we got here regarding that, because I got this twice. You guys might just have a lot on your plate. You might be really overwhelmed, but I feel like this is like you really weighing the options of both sides between two things. Another Five of Wands. So you might be having a lot of fights. Queen of Pentacles reversed. I feel like you're dealing with an earth sign here with the Queen of Pentacles reversed, Hermit reversed. You might be juggling between a Capricorn and a Virgo. Oh, I didn't even notice. We got Three of Swords. So you might feel like heartbroken over this, having to make a decision, having to put an end to something. You feel like maybe you did betray someone or someone betrayed you, and you have a lot of regrets about it. You wish you could turn it around. The World is here again, also ruled by Saturn, which is Capricorn. So the World card also has an infinity sign, so that's like kind of like this connection that just goes on and on. Okay, I'm gonna pull one more card from this Universal Love deck. I feel like this has been a karmic cycle for you guys, and you're still trying to decide which direction is right. I feel like with the High Priestess, you have to trust yourself, because in the past you didn't trust yourself. Transmutation, expectancy, and retreat. So I feel like this is also very much like the World card. Like, it's interesting. Okay. I feel like you might need to really go into yourself. Like, don't be overly like brooding, like not brooding, but The Hermit reverse can sometimes be like too like stuck in his thoughts and stuff, but try to get more into your intuition about this situation, because the retreat is here. So I feel like it will do good to retreat from external influences. There might be a pregnancy here, but also expecting like blessings and good things to happen, okay? So I'm gonna just pull one more twin flame message card and see what other message, you guys, one last thread between you and the person you're dealing with. Sounds like you're dealing with two people, but there's definitely a Three of Swords there. So someone got hurt in this situation, or you got hurt, or there was just overall heartache. My family and upbringing are a bigger factor than I realized. I feel like the people around you have a huge influence on your decisions, but that's not, you know, ultimately it's up to you what you want with this Nine of Cups, okay? So you have to go into yourself and decide what it is, and not let other people, because if you keep doing what your family wants or the other person, you're never going to be happy, because you're never going to be doing what you want. You're going to be doing what everyone expects you to be doing, okay, with that expectancy card. So that's the message I have for you, Pisces. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you guys next time.